Welcome to Farm Talk with Bulu. In this podcast series, we discuss agriculture, we share farmers' voices and agricultural trends to inspire young Africans to embrace farming. I am Bulu Agadibayo. In my second year in university, I remember we took a course in economics. I can't really remember the exact name of the course, but one of the things our lecturer was teaching us was the problems and solutions in Nigerian agriculture. And I remember one thing the lecturer said, a particular statement he made in class that day. He said, "What I'm about to teach you now, which are the problems of agriculture," he said, "these are the same things my teacher also taught me in school. And these are the same problems I'm teaching you in school." So it looked like we just keep educating ourselves on the problems year in, year out, year in, year out. Decades have passed since he left school, and yet he is again passing the same knowledge which his own teacher passed to him, the exact problems in agriculture, the same problems. And then, well, where do we put that? And he said something, when will these things change? When will these things change? Really, I got tired of talking about problems. The problems have been age long, and the more we talk about them, the more we really are not getting a solution. Our complaints are not the ones that bring the solutions to these problems. We talk, old seminars, old webinars, the problems in agriculture, the challenges in African agriculture, the bottlenecks in this and that and this and that. And that's just all we're talking about. That's all we are doing, just talking. And I refuse to be part of that cycle. I don't want to keep on that track, but instead, let's shed some new light, let's shed some new hope on what we believe can be, and not just talk about it, but actually do something about it. We keep talking about Nigerian potential in agriculture, Africa's potential in agriculture, but then at the end of the day, no one can eat potential. What we need is results. What we need is food. We can't eat potential. Yes, we do have the potential, but then we can't eat potential. We have to turn that potential into results. We have to turn that potential into farming. We have to turn that potential into production. We have to turn that potential into marketing. And not like these things have mentioned production, marketing, and all of that. But we are not seeing as much result as we expect. Why? Because I believe we are carrying it out the wrong way. Someone said you can't expect to be doing the wrong thing and expect things like you're doing the wrong things over and over and over again. He said it's the same thing as insanity. Africa is not poor. Nigeria is not poor. We only have a high level of poor people, and we have that number of poor people because we are not doing the right thing. Yeah, again, I'm about going into discussing about the problems, but no, I won't. I'm being tempted, but no, I won't. Instead, we'll talk about what we hope or we expect for the future of agriculture in Nigeria and in Africa. I know I've mentioned earlier that what we use to measure how well our agriculture is doing is we look at the average the amount an average Nigerian or an average African spends on food compared to the income he gets, and so that in developed countries we see that an average individual in that country would spend about 20 to 30% of their average income on food, while I believe we spend about an average Nigerian spends about 50 to 65% of his income on food. And the craze about farming is for poor people, is for this, is for that, what kind of course is agriculture? And look at you, at the end of the day, you go into another field of work, you make so much money, but then where's your money going into? You spend about 65% of it buying the same food you are criticizing other people. God will help us. What I'm saying in NS is this: things will not change except we decide to change. Someone said the Stone Age didn't end because there was a lack of stones. It ended because people just needed to improve. The stones weren't just doing as much as they wanted. They needed to start using, other materials. Then the steel, the bronze revolution came in, and all of that. People could now work better and produce more results than using stones. The stones are still here till today, but we've improved, we've gotten better. And that's what I believe, that's what I believe we are meant to do. Yes, we are seeing results. Yes, we are seeing results. We are doing things and there are results. But then I think it's time to move on from the stones. How do we maximize what we have and actually create, a multiplier effect on what we are doing, instead of seeing produce or products in ones and twos? We need to move from additions to multiplications. We need to start seeing things increase by hundreds and by thousands and even by millions, and not just in ones and two additions. Today I would have loved to talk about something very different. I want to talk about agriculture and revolutions, the role agriculture has played in revolutions. But I would be moving that to the next episode so that we could dive in deeper into that topic. I'll be citing examples on, the how Mahatma Gandhi used agriculture in India's revolution, how, even in Nigeria, how agriculture was used in the Civil War, and probably we'll be able to get other examples. So in the next episode, we'll be talking about that, and I hope to see you, because it's going to be a very, very interesting session. Many things you'd never have heard before, you'll be hearing there. So stay tuned and see you next time. Be all for this episode. Thank you so much for listening, and see you next week for the next episode. Thank you.